Good morning, sixth grade. So this video is for Wednesday, May 28th. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days left of school. I know you guys would be going stir crazy, making me totally nuts in the classroom. And by this point, I would just not be caring, which is kind of where I am right now. I didn't make this PowerPoint. I'm going to read to you this PowerPoint that I found on, I don't know, I think it was Teachers Pay Teachers. Short, sweet, to the point. Yes, my hair is wet. I'm sure you guys are like, why is this girl's hair wet? Well, at least you know that I took a shower and my hair is clean. So you guys had NWEA yesterday. Most of you did really, really well. The end of the year goal was 209 for you to be on grade level for the end of the year for sixth grade. So if you got 209 or higher, that's super awesome. However, some of you may have dropped, some of you may have improved. You guys, hopefully you all did your best and did put forth your best effort into doing what you, in accomplishing that goal yesterday in doing NWEA. So this week we have 3 more assignments left on Pearson. And then next week we're going to do like, well, I'm hoping you'll be able to join me in the fun that I'm going to try to create, and you guys can do some of the things at home as well, with like kitchen chemistry is what I'm going to call it. Anyways, but that's for next week. So maybe I'll give you a sneak peek of it on Friday. We'll see. So I've got 2 more PowerPoints for this week, and then, oh, my book. I'm gonna read my book to you guys for Friday probably. Anyways, I just really felt like talking, don't really know why. So I'm going to share my screen over to, that is not, let's see. I'm gonna share it to my, yes, obviously to my computer. Okay, you guys have the folder. I just put the folder in there. It wasn't in there today because you guys are taking NWEA. I didn't want you looking at anything that had nothing to do with that test. I did not put a schedule in here because let's face it, I just didn't feel like doing it. So you guys have, there's 2 BrainPop videos, which I scheduled, I think, one for Thursday, one for Friday, and I scheduled a crash course video for today. We're gonna do the Kahoot for that today instead of the quizzes, because my friends from church request that I play Kahoot. So trying to become a pro at Kahoot since I became a pro at quizzes because of you guys. The PowerPoint that I'm going to go over is this one, where it says climate and weather PowerPoint. That is the PowerPoint that I'm doing for today. And I'm going to go into Pearson really quick. Part of the reason why I'm signing in is so you guys can see. If you haven't signed in yet, oh, that just lied to me. Hold on. That actually just automatically signs me in. Hold on. Let me sign out. So it changed the way it looks when you guys go into it. So if you see up here, there's an S. That's one thing that, and I was like, why is there an S there? That's so weird. So anyways, so sign in. When I hit sign in, I was like, oh no, and I started screaming. My husband thought it was totally crazy. So you still hit the Easy Bridge where it says Savis Easy Bridge. I'm guessing that's how you say the name. It's still Charter Schools USA-INT. You still put in your student number and your password because all of my information was still the same. And then for your, obviously, and then everything should still look the same after that. Honestly, I have no idea why it changed, but if you look up here, it says Savis Realize. Maybe they changed the name of the company. I'm guessing that's what it was. So I'm going into your assignment. So, okay, there are, I think I assigned a video for today. No, I assigned the video. I don't know when I assigned. I think the video is for tomorrow. Oh, I assigned something twice. I'm going to take that out. Okay, so today you guys are going to do tinkering with technology, this one. When you guys, if you guys decide to come on Zoom, I will be doing that activity with you on Zoom. And if you do come on Zoom, I know if you're on Zoom and then you don't do your work, and then that just drives me crazy. So try not to make me crazy in the last 5 days, even from home. Please make sure you guys get all your work done, because for all of your classes, mine, Miss Barrow, Miss Brown, Miss Barnes, and and whoever your elective teachers are, because our grades are due on Sunday. So you guys need to make sure all your work is done. Otherwise, you're not going to get grades for your work. So, okay, now I'm going to share my PowerPoint, super short and sweet. I didn't even put extra pictures in it. There were no pictures in it, but I did change the way it looked. So this week we're talking about weather and climate. Our weather this week, since like Friday, has been totally crazy. So weather versus climate. Weather is conditions of atmosphere and at particular time and place. Climate is the long-term average of weather. Ocean influences Earth's weather and climate patterns. So weather is the conditions of atmosphere at a particular time and place. So for example, today it was it was sunny, and then it was rainy, and there was a lot of lightning and a lot of thunder. So that was our weather for today. And you know how we get Amber Alerts? We had a flash flood warning alert that came across our phones today at like 8:30-ish. And I was like, what is that? I was like, oh, I guess I thought it was an Amber Alert, but it was an emergency alert. So that would be the weather. The climate is long-term average of weather. So like we live in South Florida, where it's generally pretty warm all year. So that's our climate, that we have like warm, humid weather on a regular basis. That would be the climate for our area, because it's a long-term average. It's a long-term over like the whole period, over several months, weeks, and it stays consistent. So like other places like New York, for example, have different climate, but their climate changes as the weather changes, but it stays consistent as the years go on, that it's cold in the winter and that it's warm in the summer, and it just changes as the weather changes. Okay, so elements of weather. So there are 6 elements of weather: temperature, humidity, precipitation, air pressure, wind direction and speed, and visibility. So actually, if you guys have, most phones have a weather app. My favorite weather app's Weather Channel app. Probably because really dorky thing, I loved watching the Weather Channel when I was younger. It was like one of my favorite channels to watch, because they played some interesting shows. Okay, so I'm looking at it right now, and it said wind and speed direction, air pressure, precipitation, humidity, temperature, and visibility. So at the top of the app, it gives me the temperature, 73 degrees. This is right now. Yes, my phone says 12:38. That is the time that I'm doing my video. And it feels like 73. It's partly cloudy, so that's kind of giving us that precipitation thing. If you and then further down, it gives the rest of the details right here, and it has wind, humidity, dew point, pressure, and UV index. Well, there's no UV index right now because the sun's not out. That's not necessarily something that they put on the they do put a visibility rating. I'm not exactly sure where the visibility is. They put an air quality rating. So it's actually really cool to look at your weather apps to see all the cool information that it tells you. Okay. What are the elements of weather? So this explains the elements. So temperature is the amount of heat in the air. Humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. Precipitation is any form of water that falls to earth from clouds, such as rain, snow, sleet, and hail. Air pressure is the measures the force with which air molecules push on the surface. Wind is the movement of air caused by differences in air pressure, and visibility is the distance at which objects can be seen with the unaided eye. How do you measure elements of weather? So you measure the temperature with thermometers, humidity with a psychometer. That sounds interesting. Precipitation with a rain gauge, and air pressure with a barometer, and wind direction with a wind vane or a wind sock, and wind speed with an anemometer, which I still have my anemometer. My anemometer. I have a collection of chaos behind my desk. It fell apart. Okay, and there goes my anemometer. And here is our last slide. Like I said, short, sweet, and to the point. What are the factors that influence climate? Temperature, precipitation, latitude, water cycle, and topography. The higher the latitude, the colder the climate. The tropical climate zone is near the equator. The polar climate zone is near the poles. And the temperate climate zone is at mid latitudes. So I'm going to say we're kind of like tropical, maybe subtropical, because we're not right at the equator. We're very, very warm, definitely a warm climate. And then like New York would probably be like a mid latitude area, which would be the temperate climate zone. And then near the poles would be obviously like Antarctica and Greenland and stuff like that. So those are just some ideas about that. And okay, so if you're coming on Zoom, don't do your assignment yet. I'm gonna do it with you. If you are coming on Zoom, make sure you watch the Crash Course Kids video. If you guys don't watch it, then since I figured out, you know, after 8 weeks of doing this, how to share the sound from my computer, I will play the video for you. I don't necessarily plan on playing it tomorrow. So I'll see you guys on Zoom. Oh, and if you didn't take your test, make sure you DM me on Edmodo so I can get you guys logged into your test. Okay, bye guys, see you on Zoom.